Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin. And look at the time.
It's the American leading the Jamaican at the moment.
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building. You know who I got with me, man. It's the Silver Fox, the building wonder. All these things, all rolled into one. Rodney Green in the building, man. What's going on, man?
Man, it's just Rodney Green, boy. You listen, boy.
It's Rodney Green. What you mean, man?
This is wild as hell, boy. I don't know what you got going on, boy.
Oh, we got another one in the building, man. AKA Yellow Man, AKA Benjamin
Yellow
Black,
Man,
AKA Green Eye Bandit.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problem. Leave me alone, Silver Fox.
Oh, here you go. There you go, the bull.
Wallace Spearman, man. Welcome back, dog. You good, man?
Man, everything's everything. I'm blessed. I appreciate y'all having me back. I'm already laughing and we ain't even said anything yet.
Oh, man, you wild, boy. Listen, welcome to Ready, Set, Go, guys. Listen, we just had a Discord with Wallace. You know what I mean? We're going to continue to do our Discord. We would love to invite you guys to our Discord at Ready, Set, Go. We usually put the link out 30 minutes before we actually do our show on Sundays, and then we put our shows out on Wednesdays. So if you have questions, any type of statements or opinions you have, join us in Discord, man.
For sure. It gives you an opportunity to chat with us, talk with us, give us your input on certain things you think about, and just bounce some good ass ideas off of us, man. So let's get started, man.
You say don't watch the news, be part of it.
There it is, man. What's good, man? What's going on over there?
Man, I'm over here just story away from anything. A heartbreak away from this. Life is good. Everything is everything. Track is in full effect. I'm sure we're going to jump into some of that real soon. So I'm going to let y'all lead the way, but I'm here. Yeah, what you know about this old logo, man?
That's that USA right there. That's the original USA.
And I'm talking about.
That's that old school for real, dog.
Hey, go back. That's Silver Fox is that right there, boy.
That boy go, boy.
That name ain't going nowhere. That's stuck. I'm never going to forget that for the rest of my life.
Justin saw that. He saw that once from these ladies in my DMs one time, and he just ran with that boy. He just.
I love it,
man.
I love it.
I can't even hate, man. My DMs be dry. My DMs be dry, baby. I'm living vicariously through you, Silver. I'm living vicariously through you, brother.
Exactly. Hey, our DMs dry. We not looking for no lotion, no none of that. We good.
Hey, your life been pretty popular in Wallace, man. We've been watching you, man, and the Olympics. Watching you with Snoop Dogg, man. We seen you got his personal number, man. What's that like, man? Because, man, you kind of famous in your all right. You got this SNOOP on the line, man. What's poppin'?
No, man, that was a crazy experience, honestly. So, it was my job at USA Track and Field. There's other duties as assigned, and that was definitely a duty that I was happy to pick up. But we were at the track one day to start off. They said, hey, we want to get Snoop to run 200. He's going to race Otto Bowden. I said, can you coach him up? I said, yeah, no problem. And I told Snoop, I was like, hey, man, I'm just going to be real with you. You know, Otto talks a lot of shit, right? He said, what you mean? I said, he's going to talk shit to you this whole race. He's like, oh, heck no. He is. He's like, man, run with me. I'm like, how that's going to work? He said, just jump in. All right. So literally I had some shorts on, old school. He gave me a little bit of heads up. Jumped in the race. We're running. He's like, give me some pointers. How I look good? Like, get your elbows in, get your breathing right. Don't die at the end of this. You'll be all right. Just maintain. And Otto started talking shit.
God. So you kind of did him how, like, when we relived that situation, how Bolt did you?
Oh, man, it was reversed though. It was reversed. Yeah, because Otto was talking trash, and Snoop was like, you know what? When I tell you go catch him, then can you beat him? I was like, yeah, of course, no problem. All right. So Otto started talking trash. We got to about the 110 mark, and he looked over. He said, "Get him, cuz." Took off and caught him, and you just watch. Like if you go back and watch that replay, you see him smiling. But like now, hung out with him there, and then during the games, like his team, like they were real cool. He's real family oriented. So if he brings somebody in the circle, he's like, "Yo, you one of us now." So during the games, he was hitting me up. I want to come to the high performance center. I want to go to the meet. Tell me some things I can say on TV to make me seem like I'm watching. And then actually he was watching. He's like, I watched Sprint season 1. I watched Sprint season 2. But like he was tapped in, man. He actually really liked it. And I got to meet a lot of people because of him. And then afterwards, after Christmas, he called me up. He's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm just chilling. What's up?" He's like, "I need you in Arizona at my Snoop Bowl. I want you to come teach some kids speed work." So I flew out and worked with kids, and I've just been in contact ever since. But he's good people though, man.
That's what's
Man,
up.
that's dope.
Hey, so,
That's dope. That's dope for the sport.
So, but did you become his official roller?
But I tell you what though, man, that man's cologne is strong. Cannabis for men, number 8. Right. But he was respectful. He's like, "Man, I'm not smoking. Anytime I'm about to go around athletes, it'd be a thing." I said, honestly, they'll probably be disappointed. They probably expect to smell you.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
I know because
smell.
they be like, "Where's Snoop at, man?" Because we get tested for that, so we just want a contact type of joint. You know what I mean? To get it going.
Have you seen the broadcast that Snoop and Kevin Hart had done? They did it like about a year or so ago.
And the horse. Man, I learned a lot, man. Snoop was afraid of horses. I got to meet Martha Stewart. I got to do a bunch of it, but yeah, I watched.
You met Martha Stewart?
Watch this. Watch. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I don't know what this is gonna look like on this.
I don't know why I have a fascination with Martha Stewart. I feel like she's so cool, bro.
I feel like she cool too, man. I want to chill with Martha Stewart, man. I want her to make me like a cake. Oh yeah, Martha look good. Martha love the homies, man.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna turn the audio up, but just know she cool. She's cool. She's cool.
Hey, Martha make you some good hooch out that toilet, boy. Since she spent some time in the clanker, man. So
well, here you go.
Hey, bro. I'm just trying to learn. I never been in that world, bro. I never been in that world. Not trying to go. So whatever knowledge she knows, I'm just trying to obtain.
I'm with Silver Fox on this one. She has enough money to make my life very difficult. So I plead the fifth. I don't know nothing.
100%. That's what I do. I say I know nothing.
I know nothing. I know nothing. But the Olympic experience is cool, man. I got to hang out with Terry Crews. I got to meet I can't even think of his name. That was a lot of people. Like what's his name? I'm over here just showing random stuff now.
Who that? Idris? Who that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Idris Elba.
Check it out.
That boy over there with Eminem and Dr. Dre. Oh man, get out of here, man. You're not even tracking anymore, dog.
Yeah, you ain't track no more, bro. You Hollywood, boy.
Hollywood Spearman.
Some of that was before the game, some of it was after. So
you about to be
cool experience.
You about to be Terrence Howard's stunt double now, boy. You about to make it big. Hustle and Flow 2.
I know. He gonna be like, listen, man. I just want to run track, man.
That's all I want in my life, man.
Cool. Mick Jagger, I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. They could tour him too. But no, everybody was real cool. They're really interested to see what the games is like, get the experience, behind the scenes experience. I'm really excited for 28. I mean, I feel like a lot of stars showed up for 24. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be crazy in 28, honestly. Who knows? Sure.
28 about to be crazy, especially going to be in LA. So you already know Snoop about to go bananas with it, boy. He about to go crazy with it. So I can only imagine what the Olympics going to look like in 28, man. It's going to be crazy.
Nah, man, it's definitely going to be crazy.
Be there, but the stars going to be out.
Oh, maybe, for sure.
Maybe Gatlin will come back and run 100.
There you go.
Yeah. Man,
I guess so. Since you up there running 200 with Snoop Dogg and Otto.
The only way you can top that, you got to run 100 with Zendaya.
Hey, put it together then.
I don't think he's against that. I don't think anybody would be against that.
I'm not against that.
We gotta get it done. Zendaya, you've been called out.
I'm not against that. The crazy thing is when I saw you running against Snoop and Aldo, I felt like that was a dream. I was like, there's one of the situations where you wake up and be like, man, I had the craziest dream, right? Wallace was running with Snoop, giving them tips while they were running, and Aldo was in front laughing and talking shit. Hold on.
He was talking big shit. It was crazy. And after the next day, Terry Crews was supposed to run. He was talking shit to Terry too. Like, Aldo, that dude is humongous. And clearly, you have never seen Friday After Next because you shouldn't leave him alone.
Since y'all talking about stars and him racing Zendaya, what type of what celebs you think could have ran track or they had like that, the body or anything like that? Like in my head, I always felt like Kelly Rowland could run like a good 400.
Kelly Rowland?
Yeah, Kelly Rowland. She got them long legs. Beautiful legs, by the way. Beautiful legs.
You just want to see her in a speed suit. She got the last name for it, though. That'd be dope to watch it. Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, Kelly Rowland. Man, at Kelly Rowland, tell her if you say, hey, ask her if she ever ran track when she was singing. She had to do some type of sport. She might be like, I was a dancer, but I wanted to run track. You know who actually ran track? Ashanti. Ashanti.
Oh, yeah.
She ran track. She ran track for real. Like,
I don't know.
She did run track.
Krishan Rock ran track for real, too.
Oh, Blueface, baby mama.
We're talking about Friday. I was about to say, do you remember which one of those actors actually used to long jump and used to come out to meets?
Nah.
Debo.
Get the flick out of here, man. Ain't no way.
Long jump.
Yes.
That's why
no way, boy.
That's why they had the breakfast out there.
You know.
Listen, you gotta show me a picture of him back in the day because I'm thinking of Debo what he looked like now and him on that bike riding to the hood. Nah, man.
It used to be a long size 17 shoe, Bernard. Like, yeah, you used to be up. I met him at Mount Sac. I'm about to say we ran a 4x1.
Hey,
like,
listen, bro.
05, 06.
All I can imagine him is jumping in some Converses and some Dickies, and then he land in the sand, and then he gets up and dusts himself off. He drop his shank. He got to pick it back up. You know what I'm saying? I can't picture him. I really can't picture Debo outside of Debo. You know what I mean?
Nah, I can't picture him outside of Debo either. I cannot.
That's my mark, punk. Exactly.
he looked like somebody who be like, why you marking that there? I jumped further. I jumped over here.
Like, oh, would you say the win was? No, exactly.
Man, it was legal. That wouldn't be like 4.7. He'd be like, it says 2.0, Debo. That's what it says.
Oh, yes, sir. It's going to be our bike. It's just going to stay at my house, though.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, I had a question for you. You've been around a long time, bro. What is, and you've wore a lot of different uniforms. What's your favorite uniform?
Honestly, man, it's from 2015 World Relays where we had those black USA uniforms. I don't know why I like dark colors. I thought that was clean. I'm about to say, I don't remember ever actually touching like a world major, like a world championships or Olympics. I think we just wore it there, and I thought that was dope. You made a few more teams than me, so I'd like to hear what you had to say too. But that black on black was hard.
I'm talking about even in regular season. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you my least favorite uniform.
Was it the Bumblebee? What's your least favorite uniform?
Look at dude. No, man, that Nike uniform with the polka dots on the butt. I hated that damn thing.
With the black and yellow?
Yes.
That's the one of you on the internet everywhere, bro. You in the yellow?
Dude, I hated that damn uniform. I swear, for Lord, I hated it. I don't know why. I'm like, man, who makes these uniforms, sir? Please stop. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. It's still like, even out of all the uniforms I ever wore, it's for sure that black uniform, bro. I got stories behind that one, so I just gotta let that ride, though. That's gonna have to be tea time for another day. The internet's not really ready for those stories, but we're gonna make that stuff happen on that, man. We're gonna make it happen. I got a question for you, though. I got a question for you before we get started. I heard a rumor, man.
You talking to me? You talking to Silver?
You ain't talking to me. 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 You're not talking to me.
All right, what's up?
Y'all. Now, word on the street is, before y'all look, tell me I'm crazy. I'm just a messenger, so don't get upset. Word on the street is, y'all might be doing some broadcasting flow track for some of these Diamond League events. Is there any truth behind that?
I ain't got no check. I don't know nothing about that, but I ain't seen no check, no negotiations.
I'm looking for my 10%.
No plane tickets. I ain't seen none of that, boy.
I got a post about it, and they mentioned y'all, and I was like, that would be dope as hell if they actually did it. I didn't know if y'all could talk about it. You might have to erase this segment, but if that was true.
No, don't erase it, because I asked for a check.
Okay. That's a step in the right direction. If you ask me, that'd be kind of dope. I was just
I got kids in college, boy. I just
you know what? After we finish, I'll check my inbox. I've been bad about checking my inbox. I might have something in there for you though. I'll confirm after that.
What do you think about that though? I mean, I see like there's been a shift to kind of get new announcers in stadium and on TV and on broadcast. Some former athletes, a little bit more recent. I asked this question to say, like, I even see, and you might talk about this, so sorry if I jump ahead, Grand Slam. Like, what are they doing different? What can we do different? I know a lot of people have a lot of ideas in the sport on how to make the sport better. But honestly, like, I'll go after you all. Like, what needs to happen for us to be mainstream? Y'all got any comments on that? I know I'm supposed to be able to answer.
I think, first of all, having people who've experienced the sport, as in like being an athlete, being a coach, have them do the commentating, be analysts, they give you a different perspective. You know what I mean? They can tell you what the intricacies of it, preparing for a race, the pressures preparing for a race, what it feels like to win, what it feels like to lose, because they've been in that situation before. And I'm not knocking broadcasters who have honed on their craft and be able to know how to sit there and articulate and tell a race within seconds, you know, without saying and all this kind of stuff like that. I get that. I still love that because it's an art form. But if you want to know the true essence of our sport, you have to have people who have done it before, really at a high level, to sit down and convey that to the audience. I think that's what we're missing. And just have character, man. That's also a thing, because nowadays you can go viral for anything, bro. You know what I mean? You don't even have to know everything about everything, but if you just are entertaining enough, you can go viral. People will watch you. People will listen. Even with our show we have here, bro, like, we make sure that we think about people who are listening who never watched track and field before in their life. And we try to translate that for them to understand what track and field really is about and how it is as a community and a world. You know what I mean? So that's the first step in the right direction that we think.
I definitely think that you're right. Like, making our sport, to make it go mainstream, more understandable, and like the time slots. You know what I mean? Like, you can't run a regular, you can't tell somebody go to a track meet to see how it is. They go to an AAU track meet with 900 heats of the age group track, and they be sitting out there all day. They're going to be like, I'll never to come to something like this again. If we ask somebody to go to a track meet, we want them to go to a well-organized big track meet. So maybe USA's, champs like that, or go to Jamaica for champs. Like, if they're looking for like a destination thing, like send them to Carifta Games or something like that. You have so many different experiences where you could experience culture and you could experience our sport at the same time. I also agree with Justin where you're speaking about Grand Slam track. It was like a meet for us, by us. So you have somebody in commentating who does really well, man. I definitely would have wanted to see, and I mean, she would have been good for like just being around and taking pictures too, man. Dawn, you know, having Dawn around, the gold medal hurdler, having her commentate also on those events. That's what she does now. I mean, she's a coach as well, but she commentates now, but she has such a great big personality. I don't know if you ever seen her on her Instagram and how she's explaining the season and doing what she does. You want people like that. They did a good job at having T inside there, where you try to bring in everybody. You bring in flow track, you bring in all the bigger personalities of the track and field world to get it to kind of grow. You know what I mean? And even invite some celebs who, love track. Hey, we have a ticket. Hey, Snoop, what you doing? Can you come down? Something like that. Just, we gonna have you there for the last day or for the middle day. I've heard Cardi B say she loves track. You know what I mean? Send the invite out. If they say no, no. But, put them up in a hotel for a day, food, whatever, they might enjoy the experience. But that'll bring more people to the track. You'd be like, hey, yo, we got special guests Cardi B or special guest Snoop Dogg, special guest Kevin Hart, who loves track already, to enjoy that experience. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on it.
Oh, really, for sure. I'm gonna say I go last. I'm probably gonna get murdered before the end of this year with all this stuff, in my opinion. But it is what it is, man. Like, honestly, I like what I see in the sport as far as the athletes. It's really fun to watch all these stories and storylines. I mean, from Quincy and Gout to you have Sydney and Delilah coming back, and like even Ryan Krauser and Joe. How long can they keep going? Our pole vaulters is jumping off. Like it's just it's action packed. The one criticism I will give our sport is, number one, it's hard to find out like a meet schedule, like how to watch consistency. I don't know if I want to go watch a basketball game or NBA game. Like, they are known for, TNT or, you just know how to find it. I can go look for Shaq, and I know all that stuff is in and out. Charles Barkley and Kenny and all those guys. March Madness, they're known for that. I know at around this time, but track and field, I feel like it's just so hard. And we have so much going on across the world that it's just really hard. That, and the last thing I say is, I don't see any commercials for track and field on TV. Like, I just don't. I can be marketing. I think we could do a lot better at marketing, and I think that will help us out tremendously. Like our target audience, if you ask me, we should be going after people who are in the positions to write checks, and we should be going after kids. Like a track and field cartoon, like storybook or something. But like, I feel like everybody, let's change the long jump board and what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, no, let's put some money into marketing and actually capitalize on some of these. Let's do some research analysis to find out where these markets are that have untapped potential, and let's take track meets there. We just go to the same places. Scare money don't make no money. So you got to be able to shout out to Grand Slam right now. They spend the money, athletes are getting paid, and you're not going to know if it's going to work until you try something. Now, I don't believe in being, trying the same thing over and over, fail results. Trying that again, insanity. But like, they have the finances to do it. Athletes have to get behind it. But like, let's learn from our mistakes and address a few things, and I think it could be successful in the future, or at least I hope. Or I digress.
No, I mean, I agree with you 100%. You can't hit a bullseye on everything at one time, right? So what Michael Johnson has done with Grand Slam, he has came in with a solution to how to pay the athletes, right? So now it's not just, okay, the same group of athletes are getting paid every leg of the way. Now he has 6 new other contestants, or what you call them challengers, that are stepping up to the table and going to challenge the racers. Now those athletes have an opportunity of making money on this second leg in Miami. And then there'll be another, I guess, group of challengers for Philly and LA as well. So now you got athletes knocking on the door. They're like, damn right, I'll get last place for 10K. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But it's the fact of, you have to solve a problem one step at a time, right? Now, me being there in person and watching it, it was a great event. Once you understood how the event was going to be laid out, how the racers were going to strategize in their mind, how they're going to win, and watching them be excited. Being at the after party, nobody was upset. And while we know, Rod, you athletes can get disgruntled very quickly and be like, man, this some BS, dog. Man, I came all out here, I ain't getting no money, blah, blah, blah. I had me sitting in the back of the plane, blah, blah, blah. Man, I could have stayed home. You know what I'm saying? We all said that before. Man, I could have stayed home. But the fact is, everybody who participated in the Grand Slam came away with some money in their pocket and got exercise, and was able to keep their season intact and move on to the next race they need to move on to. And they had a great time. They had fun, man. I went around and asked athletes. And the only thing I would say, that probably the only complaint was the distance runners when it came to running at 800 competitively and then have to backdoor the next day and run a 15, right?
Fair.
Like that's tall order for them. You know what I mean? To be able to put on a great performance for the audience and be able to be taxed like that. So maybe that's something that Mike can tweak, Grand Slam could tweak. But other than that, man, from an athlete's perspective, mission accomplished. They did what they're supposed to do. Now, when it comes to the audience perspective, you see a lot of people out there who are giving complaints about, oh, well, it was boring to watch. I don't know. I didn't watch it televised. I didn't watch it stream. I don't know what that looked like, right? But those are things that is input, feedback that you can give. Why y'all condemning this man or condemning Grand Slam off just the first one? Like, let him grow and at the process, and everyone give feedback. Everyone say, hey man, Mike, I love watching it, but what you could do next time is make sure you have a select group of audience that's sitting next to where the 200 is, so it doesn't look like it's vacant, like the whole stadium's empty. You know what I mean? Something like that. But the fact that if everyone wants to go at each other's throats in our sport, we'll never grow that way. We have to work together because we all want the same thing. We all want to be noticed in a world where that a lot of other sports dominate.
Absolutely.
I was thinking how you could tweak it a little bit too is how the Diamond League kind of rotate the events, like for the distance runners, they rotate the events on every leg. So you may run the 100 in Doha, but when you go to Oslo, you run the 200. There's no 100. There's the 100 is not the premier event. They have 100, but it's not a premier event where you'll have a lot of the guys who are ranked in the top 20 in the world run that 100. They usually run the people from that country or something like that in that 100. So maybe the next leg, instead of having the 8 and the 15, he tries something different with rotating the both events for the slam. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But like I said it in the last show. Everybody have criticism, but Mike the only one putting money up. So
yeah,
you got somebody check pocket popping. That's for dang sure.
Trying to tell
exactly.
you, everybody want to be responsible for success, but they ain't putting no checks out. They ain't putting no money out. They ain't doing the work. So that's why I applaud Mike. I can't even really say, yeah, I could say what he could tweak, but I can't criticize too much, man. The athletes are getting paid, and they're getting paid a substantial amount of money. What we're worth in the sport are probably even more, but it's a start.
And he's hiring, not asking to volunteer. He's hiring former athletes and athletes who are still competing to be able to do some commentating, to work behind the scenes. You realize it's a community thing, man. You got to work with the people that you know, because you can't do it all yourself. You can't just think that you're Mr. Track and Field. You know what I'm saying? You got to hire people who are connected to the youth now. You got to hire people who know how to do certain things that you know how to do, but it would still be cumbersome for you to do so because your focus is over here. You know what I mean? As a CEO or the commissioner of your sport, you can't be doing everything on your own, right? So I applaud him for the fact of hiring certain people who have been in our sport, who has been athletes before, who are still athletes now, because that shows that he understands that it's a community effort going forward. But there might be a little trouble in paradise since we're talking about Grand Slam. So I saw on the internet that Jamaica, their nationals, is at the same time as the last leg, the LA meet, which is June 26, 27, around that time.
That's tough.
That's tough. Because now what happens to those athletes who signed the contracts? If this is true, chat, gang, y'all let us know if this is true or not. If this is true, what happens to people like Seville or Nugent, who are not only part of the Grand Slam, they are one of the faces of Grand Slam. You know what I mean? They are racers. So do they opt out of their last LA leg and maybe lose some money because they got to get ready to make their team? What does that look like? That's a tough question right there.
Yeah.
Well, I heard there in the talks, they've that's been vocalized, and they're toying with possibly moving trials, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the trials are gonna be the trials, and they might have to Seville might have to miss out on some money, or they end up missing a team. They gonna have to pick. They're gonna have to pick.
So I'll say this, and I haven't looked at this because of this is anything I know from my job, but this is something I know because of my job. So World Athletics provides 2 dates for protected championships, competition dates. So each country has to have their championship within a certain window. There's an early date and a late date. I don't know where Jamaica is having the championships. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is factual. Simply know, if you want your team to go, you want to have ranking points and everything else that's associated with World Athletics, you have to have it between those dates. Now, I guess this leads me to wonder, is World Athletics going to actively try to help Grand Slam succeed? Because if they are, they'll work with them, and if they're not, the rules apply to everybody, unfortunately. There's only so many dates on the calendar that we can have competitions. I mean, we just got to wait and see, I guess. But it's going to be interesting.
I know who ain't going to help them. The Wanda Diamond League. Wanda Diamond League not going to help them, boy. They stealing they stealing the people who put booties in seats. You know what I mean? So you only have so much left who actually put booties in seats of our biggest stars out there. You know what I mean? They stole Sydney. They stole Gabby. You know what I mean? They and for the rest, you know, I heard on some later dates, some of our biggest stars have scheduled, because the first one went and they got paid, they're scheduling to be challengers. And if I'm Michael Johnson and somebody like a Grant Holloway on a last minute is like, hey, I'm trying to be a part, I'm going to let him in. Noah Lyles? I'm letting Noah Lyles in. They're going to be like, hey, man, I thought I was a racer. Yeah, you was a racer. I'm so sorry, but this is business. I'm so sorry.
We got a new format.
We got a new format, and you're not in this format. It's sad, but at the end of the day, man, it's a business, and it's a for-profit business. So you got to understand, if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man or woman. So, but I heard Julian Alfred might jump in and be a challenger at some point. So it's going to turn up to be like a real good show.
I hate to call athletes out, but I think some athletes were waiting to see if those checks cleared. And if they did, they're like, oh, okay, we got it. Okay, got you.
Hey,
so
look,
I think
the articles always say he came out and had $30 million to go into this Grand Slam. So there's some money somewhere. Money somewhere.
Absolutely. And you can't spend it all, because when you ration out the money and you do the events, it's about 3.5 to 4 million per event for the year. That 4 million tops per payout, and then you say everything around it. So you will say 5 million, and you do that for 5 events. That's still only 20 million. So,
like, my ADD is kicking in, and I'm about to say, yeah, you and I spoke probably about a week ago, man. I got some stories. You know me, I love a good story. I got some stories I gotta get off my chest, man.
Hey, we want to hear.
Don't worry, you safe. This don't got nothing to do with you. You good.
Hey, man, I was ready for those too.
I saw y'all have Boda on the show, man.
How you enjoy it, man? Hey, he brought your story back up, man. He said everything about it was A1 and truth.
Except for, he's like, I didn't talk that much bullshit. Go watch the damn replay. I don't want to hear that. Watch out. But whatever. All right, man, look. I saw him talking around. I don't even know where to start on this. But let's go back to 2012, because I saw you all talk about that race, you know, about how he lost to Blake, everything that kind of went into that, and how he had his chance to get back at people, and sometimes he didn't, right? Story time. You ready? There's always a story behind a story. Won't confirm. That's my dog. We cool. So he loses the race. There were 6 weeks in between their championships and the Olympics. And I'm like, oh, shit. Look, it's about to go down. You know, Blake did his little celebration. I'm cool with Blake, too. Just not as cool as I am with Bolt. But I just want to be on record. I don't know problems with nobody.
You on your Tony Rock. I know him like that, but I don't know him like that.
You hear me? Exactly. Like that is the gauge.
Like
everything.
that.
Like you said. I don't know him like that. So, man, everybody flies over to London. We sitting there, we having this discussion. We sitting, at the table eating the cab, McDonald's or whatever it was. And here we are. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. I got a sub 20 in me. I know I stand a chance, the medal, or I'm making the finals for sure. Chilling. Here enters Johan Blake, cafeteria, scene. Brand new Beats headphone. Has a monster on the side of him like this, a little logo. And I'm like, yo, at that time, Beats was just kind of getting hot. I'm like, yo, that's hard. Hey, bro. Hey, Blake, come here. And let me check out your headphones, boss. He's like, all right, cool. I'm like, let me see. I'm like, oh, yeah, these are dope.
So the one with the Jamaican flag on the side, right? The whole Jamaican flag.
They had those, but his were custom. Like literally one on one. His literally was a monster on there, and him, and it said the Beast. Like he probably still has them somewhere. Y'all need to get him on the show, and he can tell you the story too. Shit pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm looking at them. I'm like, yo, these are the dopest shit. And then I messed up. I almost cursed. I looked on the inside, and it said 1897. And I went full remedial mode. What the hell does this mean? And he said, don't worry, in the 200, you're going to find out. I said,
what?
He's, hey, mate, hey, get this shit away from me, bro. I can't even believe that just came out your mouth. Are you crazy? 1897?
1897?
Right. I said, okay, cool. I couldn't wait. Look, what did he say? I only want to know, what did he say? I don't want a problem. But when somebody say they got a problem, I'll be like, no problem. I had to call somebody else. Okay, I can't run the 18. I already knew that. So I had to call somebody.
I already knew that.
I had to call somebody I know who could. Bro, hey, bro, what's wrong with your boy? What you talking about? I said, the dude got 1897 on his damn headphone. He said, when I get there, bro, I'm going to link you, man. I need to talk to you as soon as we get there. I'm like, all right, bet. He gets to the village. He gets all set. He's like, man, come here. Come to my room. I said, all right. So I up to his room. He was like, man, disrespecting his mother. He's like, dude, feeling himself. And he's like, this is my time right now. He knows that it's my time right now. Ain't nobody gonna beat me. He's like, you could beat me in 100, but you ain't gonna beat me in the 200. That's my baby. I ain't going in 200. Nobody's fucking beating me. Here we go again. I'm like, hey, fool, I'm in a race, man.
Hello, I'm here. Hello, me.
He's like, what? He said, what? This ain't about you. We boys, I can talk to you like this. Shut up, just listen. I'm venting right now. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. They tell me a story about where you go. I said, oh, shit. Okay, I'm going for third. No problem. If they run 18-18, hopefully 19-8 gets a medal. Mike got a 19-7. If I really nail it, 19-6. That's not even going to be in the photo finish again. So I'm going to have to just do what I can do back here. I'm a realist. Hey, you're a punk. No. If you fight Mike Tyson in his prime and you never boxed before, if you really think you can stand a chance, some people might call that confident. Some people might call you an idiot. You decide which one. I'm not going to argue with you. I simply know I wasn't running 18-0 that day. That, man, they came up the turn. I was like, all right, I ended up getting fourth. Warren Weir, congratulations to you. Still mad about that, but we cool. Bolt starts doing this and push-ups and whatnot. I just sat there. You can see pictures of me literally in 2012, put my glasses on my head, step down damn near Indian style, and watch the celebration. It's some bullshit. The only good thing about this is at least I didn't get disqualified like last time in Beijing. I got a place, so I guess I'm gonna take it. I'll be all right. Cool, no problem. Exit stage left. Them boys was battling, man. Them boys were battling. But nah,
that's
man.
crazy.
So it was one of those rare moments where it was like a fight for hierarchy in a way.
What do you do? Like going being in a bidding war and like big bank take little bank. Like, pocket's not that deep. I ain't rocking with y'all.
Listen, we was already doing the math. I was like, all right, hold on. Bolt dominating right now. I was like, Blake coming right behind him. I was like, man, we got Blake for another decade. like going to be doing the same thing Bolt did or better? Like, nah, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We had somebody like Rodney Martin ran 19.9 or 19.8 and 9.9 and didn't make a team. I mean, he made world championships about like that 100-meter final from 2012 with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say Tyson, Ryan Bailey. I'm about to say like that was insane. I respect everybody and what they've done. For the next 100 years, like, I don't care what anybody says, that still would be top 3, top 5, worst case scenario. 100-meter finals in the Olympics like we'll ever see. It's gonna take a lot. I go back and watch, Paris from last year. Great race. Storytelling was good. You know who was gonna win. It was cool to see. But London's still one of my all-time favorite 100-meter dash finals, honestly.
I mean, yeah. And people who want to argue that point, I feel like you technically say, and help me out, Rod, you could say Paris is the fastest because across the board, everyone ran a certain time, right? To make it the fastest race. But in 2012, it was a collective of all the fastest people from 1 all the way down to 5 or 6 or 7 or something like that, all in the same race. It's almost like if you had the cheat code to like NBA jams or something like that. You remember that? Or Madden, the all Madden team. You know what I mean?
That's 100% fact. Like, and I think you explained it on the podcast, like, the best. Like, you never seen Jordan play against LeBron. Yeah, I mean, you ain't never seen Kobe mix that much with Jordan. Was definitely on his way out. That's like seeing Ray Lewis line up against Emmitt Smith. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like two of the greats, but from different times lining up to kind of do what they do. You know what I mean? It just was a rare situation that you had the top 5 fastest men of all time in the exact same race, and it happened to be on the biggest stage in the world. It's just like, that's, you call that when the stars align. So it's just was different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll give y'all one more story. I won't say this is my last Usain Bolt story, but why y'all talk about Bolt? Like, that's who I hung out with when I competed. If I was on a circuit, I was with Bolt, or I was with Gat, or I was with Doc. Those are my stories. Oh, I'll tell you. So one year we would fly to Sheffield, right? And this is before Bolt went Super Saiyan on everybody. So we go back and forth. Actually, his first time beating me was in Lausanne, but don't ask me why I know that. So we fly to this meet, Sheffield. It's rain, it's cold, and I'm like, I don't feel like running. But it is what it is. So I get nervous. Rarely do I ever get nervous in races. For whatever reason, I got nervous before this race. And what did my dumb butt do? Fell asleep. I fall asleep at the track in the warm-up area.
Who gets nervous and falls asleep, bro?
I don't know. I thought that was normal, but clearly it's not. Who knows? I got that. So I fall asleep. No alarms, none of that shit. And I mean sleeping good. I don't know if I was twitching, snoring, or what. And out of nowhere, I swear to God, Bolt walks over while I'm asleep, and he slaps the yellow off my skin. Wow! Oh, shit! Wake up. You got 10 minutes before final call. We got a race. I was like, you dirty Number 1, you just slapped the shit out of me. Number 2, why you wait till we had 10 minutes left? That's messed up. I got something for you. I got something for you. Man, I probably did 15. I'm striding. I said, oh, hell no. I'm pissed. I don't like my face being touched for whatever reason. That's one of my triggers. I said, oh, hell no.
Listen, boy, you light skin too. So you had that whole red mark on your face too, probably where you warming up.
Boy, what? During the race. What did the 5 fingers say during the race? During the race, big bro. During the race. 2007 to 2008. I dipped his ass to the line. We crossed the line. You're going to lean over and say, I should have let your ass sleep through the race. But then we wouldn't be friends. But I got your ass. Yeah. He slapped the shit out of it. He talked about getting his lick back. I never got my lick back from that one. What you going to do? I owe him more for that one, bro. I owe him more for that. That's my dog, but he slapped the shit out of me.
Hey, the next time we sit down with Bo, man, I am not even gonna let him know that you in here in the room, and you just gonna come around the corner and you gonna handle your business now.
Straight fade on site.
I don't want the cameras on. I don't need no evidence.
No. We ain't gonna put it on camera. We'll just repeat it as another story.
Man, slapped the ass. Oh my God. I'm talking about, I still feel that to this day. I know exactly where he hit me. What would you do though, Cole? What you doing if somebody slap you like that? Are you grateful because he woke you up?
Nah, I'm from the Bahamas, bro. That's a straight fade. Anybody from the Caribbean, you don't let nobody touch you in your face.
He got me.
Straight, man. Hey, some people find out the hard way when they try to fade some people from the islands, and they find out the hard way, boy. They get kicked out of groups and everything. I've seen a couple fades with some people who try to fight with people from the Caribbean and don't go so well for them.
I think our sport's different now because like when I first came out, like I said, I hated track and field. Y'all were the most ruthless, violent, vulgar, aggressive individuals I had ever been around. They used to really fight on the circuit. That don't happen anymore.
Bro, because we were traveling, weren't making no money, and we was running our ass off. We was very grumpy. Bro.
And we was happy to get free liquor. So at any point, you can get some free liquor. Oh yeah, you gassed up. Don't get no bottle. You might throw that boy.
Listen, I feel like everyone in our sport, especially of our era, has said this before. Man, my agent. That's it.
Exactly.
Man, my agent.
Everybody sitting in that room be like, "Hey, you think my agent stealing money from me?" Because I said, I feel like this happened or this happened. Be asking around, would you get this week? Was the winning this much?
Look, time was so different. Like you talk about bottles. I remember going it was a Belgium or somewhere. My first meet going to get drug tested. They didn't have water and drug testing. They had beer. Like, dude, what is this?
Getting drunk.
To this day, I've never had a beer in my entire life. I've never drank a beer in my entire life. So I literally I'm dehydrated. I just had to sit there till I had to pee with no fluids. Can y'all bring me a water? No, we can't provide you a water because if you test positive or something. What am I supposed to do? Drink this beer. It makes you pee quicker anyway. Sir, I don't drink. At that time, I'm like, I don't even drink alcohol.
So you didn't drink the beer? You didn't even drink the beer?
No. I just sat there for about 2.5 hours.
Oh,
I had to pee. They were like, sir, can you hurry up a piece so we can leave? Yeah, they were ready for me to go.
And you was like, get me a bottle of water.
They wouldn't do it.
Hey, look, so, I remember this meeting in France. I was in this meeting in France, this indoor meet, and Felix Superman Sanchez was there. This was before he was married, or I don't know if he's married or anything. I ain't trying to mess nobody's life up, but he had won the meet in this unorthodox 400-meter indoor hurdle race that I've never seen it before, but it was indoors on a bank track, and he won.
How does that even work?
Listen, watching that, I was like, oh, they made this up just to get him here. But
that don't even sound safe.
when he was done, I was happy because he was walking in to the hotel, and he had these two women with 2 bottles of alcohol, and he's like, hey man, you want one? He have a light voice, so he's like, hey man, you want one? I was like, sure.
Woman.
Look, if he was, I was married at the time, so he was meeting alcohol. So, it was the alcohol, so I actually took the But I took the alcohol. I didn't take the woman. But yeah, ever since that day, man, I've been super cool, man. Felix can't do no wrong in my eyes, man. He's the man.
Oh, yeah.
No, one person who don't think he's the man.
James Carter.
Man, I used to watch them battle, bro.
James Carter, boy.
I remember James Carter like turning around and doing this to him or whatever. I was like, why are you doing that? I don't even know, dude. They're like,
that was your rookie year too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was my sophomore year, so it was your rookie year.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
what is happening? Why is he doing that?
Dudes are out there wilding on our circuit. They was out there wilding, wilding.
Bro, crazy. I miss the trash talking though, man. I miss the trash talking. That's the one thing.
You missed the haste?
No. I mean, I almost quit track that year. Damn that story. So John Capel still. I went and did learn all kind of mixed martial arts and boxing and everything else.
Hey, you may get forgiveness now. You gonna get forgiveness now because we hear that he a pastor now. So he, roll up on him. He may be like, "Hey, man,
we gotta get John Capel on the show."
I was in my heart there, man, but I was in yours. Bow. He hit you hard, bro. He hit you hard in your chest.
That wasn't me. That was corrupt. Never mind. That was somebody. That was our teammate. We tried to make us sing the national anthem in our underwear. I'm like, dude, I'm 18 years old. Why? I weigh 150 pounds. What is going on?
Listen, but that's the whole thing, man. The whole thing is that we came from an era where we didn't have no real laptops back then. We didn't have no real phones to call people again on the internet. It was just human interaction and boredom, all rolled into one. So all of a sudden, these track athletes on the bus turn around and start thinking, you know what? We got a whole bunch of young people on the bus. Let's haze them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the worst trip ever. I promise you. That was the worst. It never got dark in Helsinki.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you remember everybody was eating the burgers and they were like, man, these burgers taste a little funny, but because we had nowhere else to eat at because we only had the hotel food just to eat. So we was eating bolognese, pasta, or you was eating the burgers. And everybody was like, oh, exactly. So you alternate. So you eat burger on Monday, bolognese on Tuesday, or whatever like that, right? So next you know, someone goes to the chef and says, hey man, these burgers are pretty good, but they taste different from the burgers in America. Like what kind of spices y'all put with it? He was like, burgers? These not cow. This is reindeer. Everybody was eating reindeer burgers and didn't even know it. And then everybody freaked out. Everybody stopped eating reindeer burgers for like a day. And once again, I told you, you didn't have that much to choose from. So everybody started eating bolognese for about a day and a half. And the next thing you know, everybody started going back to the reindeer burgers. They'd be like, I don't care, boy. We got to eat these reindeer.
I'm 2 years old when I found out that with nobody. So they didn't tell me. So just forget me. I just now found that out, right? I had no idea.
You didn't know it was reindeer?
Nobody told me anything.
Yeah. You ate reindeer, bro. You ate Rudolph. You ate reindeer.
Oh, that's crazy work. Y'all wrong for that, man. But it was good though. it was better than being hungry. I promise you that.
Hey, so we just finished talking about Usain. We're gonna keep it on Jamaica. Shelly-Ann just announced that this is her last year. 2025 is gonna be her last season. How do y'all feel about that? Like,
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first, bro.
Of course, you want to go first.
I'm gonna go first. Let me tell you. Listen, and I want to say this to Shelly-Ann, man. A lot of our great sport athletes of the sport, you guys have put butts in seats. You guys have done a good job in doing what you do. We like that you announced it. And on your world tour, every place you go, you will be celebrated. I'm glad you announced it because a lot of people didn't even announce it last year. You know, I talked to some people in some countries, man, to see Bolt or Justin or to see Allison or some of these people. They spend their hard-earned money to take their families to see a great athlete one time. They ain't gonna never see you again in life. So I am happy that you announced it. So now, when you put your schedule out, or when she puts her schedule out of where she's going to be, people will ensure they will go to these meets. Win, lose, or draw, they will be there to see, touch, interact, or possibly be around Shelly-Ann for her last year as an athlete. So I just want to say we thank you. We salute you. You've done amazing in the sport. You've done great for our sport. And I just want to say thank you for announcing that. I mean, think about it, Justin. If you announced your last year, or shoot, Sonia Richards would have announced her last year, how many people would, or even you, Wallace, would be like, man, listen, this is the last time you're going to see them people. You put your schedule out, man, people will make a absolute effort to come and see these medalists and finalists for the last time around, especially when you've been around damn near 20 years. So thank you, Shelly-Ann. Who's next? Go ahead. Y'all give y'all opinion. I just wanted to thank her.
Hey, I mean, you're right. I wish I listened to you. I definitely, my last season, I didn't say or announce that it was going to be my last year. I just said, hey, didn't make the team. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. Push away for the tape. I'm done. What about you? What about you, Alex?
I'll tell you this, man. Look, what I hope is that she announces her last year and she leaves on top. I don't mean beating the Americans. I'm sorry. I want to be clear about that. But I mean, I hope she goes out and performs to the best of her ability, stays healthy. And I mean, it's just smooth transition. Sometimes in our sport, you see people stay past their prime, and it's kind of sad to see. And, you know, to oneself, if you're running and you're losing the people that you know you shouldn't be losing to, mentally, that's tough as well. And I don't want to tarnish her legacy. I do think she's one of our greats for sure. Say American, not American, Jamaican, I don't give a damn where she is. You know, excellence is excellent. So I hope she goes out. I hope she does well. But you also have to realize, you know, if I'm young Wallace Spearman and Justin Gatlin announced his last year, his farewell tour, he's somebody I've been watching. Oh, you better believe it. When she announced that schedule, I'm going to my agent. I'll put me in every meet. I want to light his ass up every chance because I'm never going to get this opportunity again. He is a great. Just be honest, man. Like, that's just the competitive nature, but we need that in our sport as well. I want to see how they, you know, if there's a young gun who wants to come out there and they trying to headhunt and Shelly's tearing them up, that's a storyline. This person's chasing Shelly around. They've been in Shelly's last 8 races. They have taken 0 wins. Will they get, like, I want to see it. That'd be cool to see. So yeah, like I'm about it. I wish more people would announce whenever they were gonna step away from the sport.
I think for Shelly, we've watched her rise to being the Shelly that we know of her today and her legacy. She's methodical. She thinks things through, right? Her parting ways with Frano, and usually when you part ways with your coach that has helped made you the athlete you are, that's not really good for the athlete. Usually they start to digress. They start to go backwards. They start to not perform at a high elite level. But Shelly-Ann didn't. Shelly-Ann kept getting better. Shelly-Ann kept getting faster. She kept getting stronger. And I take my hat off to her for that, for sure. So if she's going to announce that this is her last year, you better believe she about to be ready to go out there and ride. And she probably looking at the fact of these girls ain't doing nothing I ain't already done. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't running no times that I haven't ran yet. So if I just keep doing what I'm supposed to do and come back ready to run, let's go. Let's get it done. So I think she's going to be a deadly force to be reckoned with this season. You know, especially when you see someone like her be quiet for a while. She working hard. Didn't she drop that crazy video on social media? Yeah.
I love it.
You ain't finna make a video like that unless you ready to run.
Yeah, I love every bit of it, man. Listen, they don't even, you had that little year off so you could rest and everything else. Man, look at Delilah. She took a couple of years off. That girl came back running 53.6, boy. Lord Jesus. So
she went back to her coach though, like Gat just said.
Oh yeah. Shelly ain't going back to the coach though. That ain't happening.
Damn. Man, I'm really excited about this track season though, man. I'll just be honest with you. There's been a lot of, you know, moving and grooving and shaking and breaking. There's been some people switch coaches. And I know we said this, you know, sometimes when you're with the coach, you know, your performances rely on that relationship, on that bond, but sometimes you can create a new, you know, identity for yourself. And I'm really excited to see that. So for the ones that are consistent, I'll just be honest, I'm really excited to see what Sydney does. The rumors going around, she might step into some new spaces on the track. I want to see if she can run this 49 seconds in the 400 hurdles. I personally believe that she can. I know Christian Coleman went to Dennis. I got to watch him compete at Florida Relays, and technically I watched some of the changes it looks like he's made. So I'm excited to see what kind of races he puts together. And it wasn't even like he was running bad before. Coach Hall had him ready. But it just didn't make the team. We felt like it was time to make changes, and I'm excited to watch that. You got the college kids that are always ready. I can go on and on and on. I want to see some of these Olympic champions if they can defend their crowns. I want to see the dog Quincy go out there, the big Quincy, in his 400. And I hope people are healthy. I think track's gonna be super excited. I know we're kind of getting started earlier on the season, but that's just some of the things I'm waiting to see. I don't know if you all have your list as well, but I know, Coach, you said silly. I got you. I don't know if there's even room for anybody else.
I do. I have my list, but for whatever reason, I'm trying to make my list, and these young athletes keep dropping these times, and I find myself putting them on my list. I'm like, look, man, I shouldn't be watching high school races.
I think Justin almost called them YNs. He almost called them these YNs.
These YNs,
I like that.
Listen, for real though, Arcadia invite was just this past week, and these young athletes did everything they're supposed to do. They showed up, showed out, and they impressed once again, right? So starting off with our boy, Jaden Harden, who dropped a 45.4 in the 400. So he opened up. He's been in the shadows for a little bit, right? But obviously Quincy's getting a lot of love and a lot of attention for all the accolades he's done and the times he's ran. But it's always those ones that are waiting, the ones that's getting second or third, that's in that wing. And then they say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm about to step up to the plate. So I think watching out for someone like Jaden Harden, like I said, just dropped a 45.4. What you think about that, Rod?
Man, listen, that kid's amazing. And there's a few of them that's going to definitely come up, man. Like I said, we still ain't seen a lot of, what is it, Andrews, Salvador?
Yeah.
We still haven't seen a lot of him. It's a lot of guys out there, man, who I still want to see who are in that 45 range for high schoolers, man. But like you said, man, it is definitely like exciting. We're going to see a lot of new faces at these doggone meets, but these pro meets for these competitions. It's crazy to me.
It blew my mind, man. I don't think I've ever ran 45 in an open 4 before, and these high school kids doing it with so much ease.
What? You never ran 45?
No, man. I listen, I was in Jamaica for the Grand Slam, and they asked me a question and said, what have you ran in the 400, open 400? And I was like, you know what? I don't even think I've ever ran an open 400 before. I don't even know. Like, if I did, maybe I'll run this time. Why the announcer get on the intercom and the mic and said, oh, that was Justin Gatlin, everybody. Yeah, his fastest time in the 400 open was 48.4.
Whoa.
Not he blew your spot up.
Shots fired. Yeah.
Blew me up, right?
Got to be more careful,
man.
No. What's the kid who just said, sorry, no, I just broke your record?
Oh, that's our boy Brandon Arrington.
Now he ran what, 2039 or 2035 or something like that?
Yeah.
And he said he's going to get Michael Norman's record next. I'm like, okay, young fella.
Yeah. So even when you backdoor that, what he said, then you have Jasmine Robinson, who just clocked a 39.81 in the 300 meter hurdles at Arcadia. And then in her interview, she basically said, yeah, I'm coming to go run 38. I'm coming for Sydney's record. What do you feel about all these young athletes who are speaking big? Because in our era, we never spoke big like that. We just were like, man, those legends, man, I don't even think I can even, man, that's crazy times to run. Like, I'm just happy to even be here. Like, now they just like, hey, man, I know I can do this. I'm going for this person. This record's about to be mine. Like, do you think it's a good step in the right direction? Or do you think it's the fact of it's making athletes at a younger age think that it's easy, and then when they get into the big leagues, they're going to see a whole different ball game?
I think it's, well, my son called it track inflation. He's like, after COVID, these bodies was rested and they came back. This is track inflation right now. That's why these kids so fast. These are them kids who was on the monkey bars. They off the monkey bars now, and they done grew up a little bit and they running really fast. You know what I mean? I definitely think, like I said, I'm not worried about the kids running fast at this point, man, because you know when you are young and hungry, like, when you're young and hungry, you're trying to beat the biggest dudes on the track. I mean, it happens everywhere. Where you got to be more concerned about these kids is when they lose, because when you have your win and your loss column in track and field, your win and your loss column your loss column will always be bigger. Everybody's seeing Bolton's success, but he lost a lot in the beginning of his professional career. He didn't win a lot, you know what I mean, until 2008, and then, you know what I mean. But before that, in Carifta and everything before that, he won a lot. But like, how do you handle the losses? What type of character it builds for those kids? You got to be around the right type of people for that time for you to grow into who you want to be. For example, we could even say Gap. The country is behind him right now. Behind him, right? What happens, God forbid, what happens when he starts to lose? Will the country still rally behind him? Now, being that we listen to Bolt and Asafa and their stories from Jamaica, they said Jamaicans kind of turned on them when they couldn't win as much. But Bolt say he dealt with that early because he was a child prodigy, early going through champs and everything else, and Asafa came on later, so he couldn't really deal with it, how Bolt navigated through it. So how are these kids going to handle the pressures of when the battle of the pen or the journalist turn on them? Because we sing on the accolades now, but then when they start to lose, everybody give their opinion on why we think they lose, and that sinks into their head and everything like that. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it.
Well, I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit. Like I said, I typically don't like. I mean, it's true. I don't like putting a lot of emphasis on kids early. Like, there's just so much that can happen. And I say more don't make it than actually do make it. So, look, still let them have that fun. Don't put pressure on them. Now, the one thing I do find joy about it, I don't know how you grew up, but I told you, you've heard this before. First team meeting I went to at Arkansas, John McDonald, rest in peace. He's gone. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Who the hell is this Justin Gatlin person? That's all I heard about in college. So the first time I got to race you, I told you, it was Brahmin, 2004 Olympic trials. Just get second. Damn that. I'm about to tear Justin Gatlin up. 2020, torn hamstring, whoop my ass. You were on my hit list for the longest. When's the first time I beat you? Do you know?
Shit. 2005. Yep. It was 5.
You know where?
It was like Sheffield or something? What was it? Where we at?
Diamond League final, Monaco. And Tyson won, neither one of us. But I was like, fuck, I got him for the first time. Yes. Now, the reason why it's relevant right now.
After Worlds, after Helsinki. Okay, yeah.
After a college season. Come on, man. But you get the point, though. The reason why that's significant or is relevant right now is literally because I am happy that when you watch these high school athletes compete, they are paying attention to what's happening in the professional ranks. Like you said before, you said that earlier in the show before. Honestly, you were the only person I probably could have named. I learned a lot about the pros. I knew about jumps. I thought I was going to be a jumper growing up. Didn't know a lot about sprints or he was even relevant like at the time. So the fact that these kids are watching that, like they're preparing themselves physically and mentally to run these times and be able to compete with the best. I don't think that happened previously. A lot of kids just ran track and they didn't know who was basically at the top of the game. They were just doing stuff. And it's really hard to figure out. So happy where we are there. They can identify the pros. Pros have to do a really good job of trying to connect with these young kids, if you ask me. There should be some mentorship there. And if we start doing that, I feel like you're going to see time start dropping and performance start to elevate. So long-winded answer, but there you go.
But that gives me, I want to ask you a question, though.
What you got?
I can't think of anybody else in our sport who has taken the path that you've taken. You were a walk-on, right? You were a walk-on to University of Arkansas. So the legend you are today, the times that you've ran, like you had to really get it out the mud. what was it like being a walk-on? Like, did people have respect for you? Did you have to
Hell
like
no.
work you? Like, what? How they treat you? Did they treat you like little tink?
You damn right. You already know they did. I would say, but like that's why I'm so excited about this is honestly because I feel like when you reach a certain level of our sport, everybody's talented, everybody's gifted. So what are you gonna do different? And I feel like this is what sets people apart. Like I learned enough about you, like watching you compete. I never watched you waver. I never watched you lose confidence. I'm gonna say, was that 2010 or whatever it is? Like you coming back, like you've not run the times that you wanted to run, but I never saw you look defeated. Like you always look like a competitor. You always look like, hey, y'all can stick on me if y'all want to. In about a month, I'm about to start tearing y'all ass up and be right back. So like literally like that competitive nature, that edge, that's what gets you through it. Like as a walk-on, I'll just be honest with you. I had the same confidence as well. I'm about to say my brother will come on if he ever did, and he'll tell you, like, people. Wallace is probably, let's say, the thing he did the best is if someone told him he couldn't do something, he was gonna prove you wrong, and like, that's what got me where I needed to be. You can't run 19. Oh, okay. You can't run. Okay. You can't do this. Okay. Another reason, is no shit at you. I don't even know Llewellyn set you up because when I signed my contract, they said we're not gonna pay you $1 over Justin Gatlin because you'll never beat him. Llewellyn Starks, love him to death. Those are the exact words. I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. You will never beat Justin Gatlin. It won't happen. Like, who are you? First time meeting this man.
Yeah.
My sponsor telling me who I can't beat. What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Swear to God. Came back from Monaco, went straight to Nike. I said, hey, Lou, how you feeling? And he's like, that don't count. You still lost. I don't care. You told me it couldn't happen. He's like, man, shut up. Like, no, but we cool. That's my boy. But literally,
Yeah.
like that path that I took is what made me who I am. But you see that a lot, though. I mean, Fred Curley comes from JUCO. Say we had Veronica from JUCO. You had Tyson. You have a lot of kids now that come from JUCO, and it just makes you tough. It makes you tough. It's not that, go straight to D1. We didn't even have a trainer. Say, you don't have all these amenities. You don't have all these luxury. You don't have all the facilities. We did have a good facility at Arkansas, but everything else, like, bro, you got to work to get this. And that's what made it easy to transition to a professional. Number one, every day at practice was war. But saying you also talked to me about that too towards the end of my career. Like, hey, bro, I need somebody who's going to basically rough me up at practice. Like, alpha needs an alpha to be successful. Not all of them, but like, we got to have somebody here, and we're going to push each other. Cool. The second thing, like, look, if you every day at practice is tough, you're great. If your mental is sharp, you're great. When you go overseas, what's the worst hotel you've ever stayed in? I bet you remember right now if I ask you.
Well, I know what it looked like in my head. I know exactly what it looked like in my head. Yeah.
And I'm about to say it's probably worse than any bad hotel you stayed in the US. When you put in the travel and the food and the accommodation, everything, it's terrible. If you can't do that, then you're not gonna make it as a pro. You just won't. So you wake up, you roll over, you got toe touching your face because your room is this big. Y'all's beds got this much room in between each other. Like, bro.
You just feel terrible.
Well, you stretching like this in the morning. You touching your roommate, but y'all not even in the same bed though.
Exactly. I'm a grown man with a roommate. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm saying Tokyo in there taking showers. I had to wash this half of my body, get out, and then wash the other half of my body. I'm like, bro, it's
in that little plastic tube that closed like this, and you just shower like this.
Or you go to Europe and they don't have a washcloth. You're like, how do y'all wash? Put the soap in your hand. No. No.
You call down the front desk, I need a pair of scissors. You cutting up the towels and everything. Your agent talking about, now you got to pay for the towels because you done cut them all up. I was like, yeah, I need to wash my ass though because I ain't got no washcloths.
Or you get in the shower, got a half a glass and there's just water all over the floor. Your roommate mad because there's water everywhere. Like, these are the stories that we have from track and field. That is our sport.
Yeah.
It is what it is though. But I love it. I love it every moment of it. Maybe not every moment. That's a lie. But a lot of the moments.
The after parties are amazing, though. After parties. We don't want to tell them stories, but the after parties are amazing.
They call me SquarePants.
Our after parties was amazing. I don't know how this generation. I hear their after parties are not good because everyone's on their phone. Most people don't even go to the after party. They just doing social media stuff or doing whatever. Like our after parties was straight
at the party.
Crazy fun, dog.
You know, it was a good after party when you see everybody traveling with a gallon of water. Well, not everybody, but the people who are smart. They know they got to flush that alcohol out before you get to the next leg.
Hey, well, ain't nobody talking in the morning. Everybody look like zombies.
Exactly. And there were some usual characters. You had different categories of people. You had the ones when you went there, if you saw them there, you knew you were in the right spot. Then you had the ones, if you saw them in the morning, and you knew you missed your flight. Shit, you too? Yeah, man. Thanks. All right. See if we can call this cab. We have Uber. Let's see if we can catch this cab to the airport. Oh, no, it's over with, bro. My agent booked me on the one tomorrow. I'm straight.
Hey, so speaking of young rollers, man, Rod pointed out something to me about USC. Was it this weekend, Rod? This just happened?
Oh, yeah. Them USC boys, boy, they the new Sprint U, boy.
They won first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Texas Tech guy got 6, and then USC
they got 7.
7. And the only reason why Texas Tech he slid in there by 1/100 of a second, dog. They would have swept the whole thing from 1st to 7th.
So it's about the ass season, huh?
That's what it looked like for them, at least, for sure.
Do your thing, 21. I'm here to see it. They have Mount Sac next weekend, right?
Yeah.
They
should be at Mount Sac.
They should be at Mount Sac next weekend. But that's one of them dudes was the same dudes. The one who dropped 9 was the same dudes who was in the race with Fred. So, and he opened up his season with the 10-2, and now he had 9-9, boy. He dropped the lead with 10-0, though.
Fred's not a little dude, and that guy made Fred look small.
Yeah.
That dude is big.
He's like a linebacker or something.
Yeah, that dude is big. That's a big dude.
So my lady backs, the female Razorbacks, I think they ran 42 low in the football one. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I gotta brag on my Hogs. I keep up with them too.
They're gonna do something, man. They're gonna do something. What's Ashanti? What's Shanti gonna run this year? She gonna run the 1 or she gonna run the full? What's going on? What you think?
You gotta call back and ask him.
Okay. All right, we'll call back. I'll get back on the phone for that one.
Yep. So yeah, I asked Pops. I would defer to him, but I went down there and watched a few practices. So
she looked ready, man.
Showing out.
Yeah, she looked good. She looked good. They showed out last year, man. What you talking about?
Yeah. I'm about to say, what's the name? Bella. Isabella Whitaker. 49 enjoyers. Showing out. So we got high jumpers and 400 hurdlers in here showing out, running world leads at Texas relays. So they got a squad. They got a squad.
Y'all always been a powerhouse though, across the board. Always been a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, they got the most titles in NCAA history.
Yeah, we thought we had the algorithm at Tennessee, and we dominated the sprints. They couldn't keep up with us because they didn't have no real sprinters. They had distance, they had fields, they had throws, and then they said, you know what, we're gonna do the same thing. So they went and got Tyson and Wallace. They started out there wrecking shop.
Terry Jackson ran the 400. But say we had Mike. We had 2 Mike Grant. I'm gonna say kid from Georgia. We brought him in. Omar. Veronica Campbell's husband. I'm gonna say Cameron. He was 20.3 and 10.2 out of high school.
Yeah.
He ran ankle leg 40. We had a little squad. We did all right. We just put up some numbers. I mean, just humble brag, just a little humble brag. We did okay. Hey man, hold on. We're not gonna speed past it. I don't care when it is, but we're gonna talk about this fantasy football one before we get out this dang show, man. I gotta go look at this post. I need to know who gets first, second, and third because I haven't heard y'all say it.
No, I said it on the show. I did say it.
I need to hear it with my ears. No, you need to.
I actually picked your team second though. Or third. Mm-hmm. No. I think it was Justin's team, then Coleman's team, then your team. It was a toss-up between Coleman's team and your team because after first leg, ain't none of y'all dudes coming back. Everybody on that squad from second to fourth had like high top end. Like, if y'all get away, ain't no rolling y'all up. Ain't no way. Hey, there's nobody that rolled y'all up in the history of time. Y'all do the rolling. Y'all don't really get rolled up.
All right, so break this down for me real quick. On this first leg, they had Christian Coleman, Asafa, Nesta, and John Drummond. What does it look like? Who hands the stick off first? What does that look like?
It's between Asafa and Nesta to me.
You said
Asafa
I mean,
and Nesta?
Asafa and Coleman, not Nesta. Asafa and
Okay.
Coleman.
I mean, Nesta ran 9.7, so he not. I mean, he ain't like he's a slouch.
No, he ain't no slouch, but
he on that world record. He on that world record relay.
Yeah, but I mean, the ferocity of Coleman, man, on every first deck that he's run, that boy is ferocious. I'm not even gonna lie. That boy is ferocious on that first leg, boy. I'm not even gonna play.
Listen, 2019, any leg after him was just disrespectful. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I look back at the table like, oh, that's just disrespectful, dog. Like the way he broke the stagger already, it was just like, man, golly. Like, we just did some damage. All we had to do was make sure we didn't drop the stick. That's all it was, bro, to be honest. I mean, him on that first leg, I mean, where else do you need to put him? You see what I'm saying?
Nowhere else. That's his leg, bro. And we've never said like that about too many people be like, yeah, that's their leg. But that boy owned that thing, boy. He owned that first leg, so I don't know.
All right. I about to say, so this is no disrespect intended at all. I know at this time he was a dog, but where does John Drummond fit in all this? Because this is, just being honest, it's I know he's a monster too, but
to me, I love John. Even when he was laying on the track, he has his viral moment. He went viral back then, and you couldn't go viral. But anyway, but yeah, with him, Nesta is ferocious too, man. He the shortest 200-pound sprinter I knew that ran 9.7. A lot of people didn't believe that boy 200 pounds. That boy 200 pounds. That boy built like a Ninja Turtle.
Oh yeah. And he was out there moving too, boy.
Moving at 200 and that.
It was two people. When I came back into the sport, it was always two people who gave me the icy eyes. Like you ain't him. Like, what? Come on back up here, dog. Let me show you what it is. It was Nestor, and it was actually Trail Kimmins.
Oh yeah, that's good for that too. TK is good for that.
He good for that, boy. You know, Trail be like, boy, come on, man, I'm about to eat you alive, dog.
Trail always looked like he should have been in the movie Juice. Like,
but I feel like your relay team fundamentally would have good stick passes. Why I say this because the way it takes you to get time to get built up, the same way how Johan ran their relays. They didn't get out hard. They just kind of wound up into it. But when they got to the top end, it was dumb crazy. Same thing with when you look at Noah. Noah don't get out hard, but when he gets up the top end speed, like
that boy gone.
I feel like the tone will be set where Drummond hands off the stick. And then after that, it just be like, y'all would kind of like inch, because that top end speed would just be so superior. Y'all just got to make sure y'all hand out the sticks clean. Oh my God.
All right. But look, I look at this team and I'm like, all right, you got JD, you got me, you got Johan, and all I can think of, no shade to him because that's my college teammate, etc. Johan's third leg in 2012 was crazy to me. I mean, he murdered it. And then you got Noah at the end. Like, I still don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, he's still getting faster.
No, to be fair, only because I knew him around this time also. Tyson, he had a few injuries at that time. If we talking about a fully healthy Tyson, I don't know if Johan handles him like that. How it was handled in 2012. You know what I mean? When you look at the years before his injuries, I don't know if he gets handled like that. You know what I mean? Right. I don't think he should have been on the turn because he had those injuries to his labrum and other places. I think he should have been on the straightaway.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, no. I
But
see your point, but
But at the end of the day, you remember that same year, Johan went 9-6 that year. And I think that's the same year Johan went
Lazard.
19-2. If I'm right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Tyson went 9-6 before him, didn't he?
He did.
In 09?
2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And then them surgeries happened.
Shanghai.
I get that. I
That's what I'm saying.
understand that part. But what I'm saying is, even though he was down bad with the surgeries and everything like that, Johan was a rocket that year, boy.
I'm not discrediting Johan at all. I'm just saying once I analyzing a lot of runners before Tyson gets his injury, if Tyson's never injured, he's still coming for Bolt every chance he gets, right? I know him now. Wallace, you know him now. You know that dude is relentless. He's gonna keep coming. He one of them, you can punch him, he gonna keep coming. He's upset because he's losing. But in my head, I feel like I've never seen nobody turn their legs like that in the history of our sport. That boy turnover was crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
100%.
Yeah.
Once he up and running, that shit is gone.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. His turnover gave me nightmares. I'm like, boy, the night before Olympic trials and finals, I'd be like, make sure, gotta make sure I give myself enough space, because if he run me down,
I feel like Bolt raced him and you very, very different. He knew he definitely had to be without an arm's reach of Tyson by the time he gets to 40-50. With you, he know he has to be within arm reach of you to try to get you, because when you watch the world record race, once they're up to speed going through 60 meters, it doesn't move anymore. They're basically moving damn near at the same rate.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But it's just that Bolt got away so much quicker in them first 40 meters. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, that's why I say it's a toss up. I don't know if Blake does what he does if Tyson didn't have those injuries. Because we're talking about everybody in their prime. So if we're talking prime Tyson, we're talking before injured Tyson. That's all I'm saying.
Tyson ran fast. Well, I understand your point because you're talking about on the turn, but I'm like, Tyson ran his 9.6s after the injury in 08.
Which one?
I'm about to say he ran 9.6 after 08.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
You did. Yeah, I'm about to say, and if I don't know everybody's medical history, but I guarantee I can speak for myself. I know 08, 09, I had Achilles issues, and that's kind of what slowed me down from, like 1969, this, that. Achilles times went up, and it wasn't just so. I bet you if you go through that list, I can find somebody's injury. Injuries are part of our sport. We just got to deal with it. I know it's getting super in the weeds on that, but I'll leave it alone. Okay, so I'm watching that. I watch Gat. I watch Tyson. All right, Maurice Green. Now, Mo Green in his prime is a dog. Well, who you got now? I'm gonna get personal. Who you got? They get the stick even. Maurice Green and Carl Lewis at the same time. Who wins that?
Man, I told people before, man, Maurice my GOAT, boy. He got it. He got it. I think Maurice got it.
You said the same thing?
I say Mo on that one. The thing is, Mo is not the kind of athlete who will run people down, but if you get the stick at the same time or he's in front of you, yeah, it's a different Mo.
And that's hard for me to even envision, because I'm about to say my first impression of Mo was like 04. So watching that, like, I know what he did. I watched the 639. I think that was in 11, and I saw some of these times, but I never knew him like you all did. So it's just hard for me to like picture that. Say my pops ran with Carl, and so as a student of the sport, then yeah, I'm hard to call with the airs. But I think if Bulk gets the stick within 3 meters of either one of them, I think he's going to catch him.
I agree with you. I do not disagree. I do agree with you.
Listen, we talk about everyone in their prime, of course. Like you're gonna need more than 3 meters.
You're gonna need about 50, I'd say about 10 meters. I'd say about 7 to 10.
Yeah, for sure.
And at 7 to 10, he's catching you at the line,
brother. No, sir.
bro.
I'm giving them. We're talking about prime, but look, I just want to say this real quick too. I'm giving everybody super shoes, so I don't even want to hear it. I'm giving they don't have to run in them football cleats they used to run in them chucks. They can run in with the technology on Mondo surfaces. So those 9.8s they're running might be 9.7s, maybe. We don't know. But I think Noah's going to catch some people too, though. I'm just gonna be honest.
I think it's a few people who you could have mixed those relay up with, who you could throw on last leg, who would have been good. Like, I think Donovan Bailey on the last leg would have been monstrous. He ain't coming back to you. He ain't coming back. He's not coming back on the fly. He's not
I think, to be honest, scenario wise, if everyone got to stick at the same time, anchor wise, how it will play out is Bolt would separate, kind of like how you were saying earlier, Rod, how he separated and then Tyson kind of moved with him and there was no like difference. I think you take out Tyson and you implant Noah. So I think both of their top end speed would separate from a Mo and a Carl, and they just would stay in that same motion all the way through. I don't see Noah running down Usain.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I love Noah, but I don't see anybody running down Usain.
I don't see nobody.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see nobody running down promising.
I don't see anybody running them. Just gonna be honest with you, bro. So I bring all that up. We talk about the relays, man. I can't get too far into it, but I know you saw Team USA, the women, they ran 41 low. I think it was faster than they ran at the Olympics at Texas relays. We got World Championship relays this year in China. And it seems like there's a lot of buy-in to some of our relay programs. I know you all are going to Tom Jones, and our relays are going down there this weekend. What do y'all think, man? So we have a lot of talent. If they put it together on the men's side and the women's side, what you think they can run?
I think we.
Go ahead.
I think we see at a USA team this weekend. I don't know if Canada's running again, but I think we see a 30-37 because the little quote that Noah said at World Relays didn't really age well. Didn't age well at all. When it was like, what do you think about Canada? And he was like, who? And he was like, Canada. And he was like, who? And Canada is our current 4x1 gold medalist. And we had a USA team down there at Florida Relays that didn't fare well on the last leg with Andre DeGrasse, right? I did say I would love to see if Andre was banging against a Noah or Fred or Kenny Bernard on that last leg, what it would have looked like. You know what I mean? But I don't know if any of those guys would be there, but coming back this weekend, if Canada is there, I think we see 37 seconds. And I don't even think it's going to be like 37-9. I think we see something like 37-5, 37-6. Because I think they'll see each other and they'll know to be on assignment. We know what time it is, bro. Like, we don't even really, I really think the USA don't even really believe that that's a real, like, y'all know if we finish, y'all really silver medalists. I think that's what they think.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, Team USA, long time coming, man. They should have broke their American record again. The guys, the horsepower that we have over there, they get that stick around, dog. I don't see why not. You got Coleman, you got Kenny, you got Fred. I mean, you got Arian now, also burning the turn. So you got so many people that you could choose from and a combination that you can create that it would be something, a time we haven't seen in a long time. Put it like that.
So you can use dudes who ain't even run. You use Grant Holloway. You can use a bunch of Kyrie King. You can use a bunch of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think on the women's side, I mean, it's not going to be hard for them, man. I mean, if you look at the last couple of years, look back almost a decade, since 16 on, 12 on, our women have been a dominant force, right? They have done an amazing job of getting the stick around the track, being successful. So it's all about them just keep doing that, man, for them. It's just new faces, but it's the same energy.
And what y'all think about this? You saw the not USOPC. You saw the IOC announced that they're going to have in LA 28. First time the mixed 4x1 will be part of the Olympic Games.
Yeah. Woman, man.
Woman, man.
This is the only thing I would be jealous about, bro. These are the things we always talked about, bro. Like during the cafeteria in our era, we were like, man, it'd be cool. We had mixed relays. Now they having it, dog. Like I'm like, man.
Well, so y'all need to create another hypothetical. Gonna do the mixed 4x1 from different eras. Let's see who come out on top on that. That would be, especially think about that. You got Shelly to anybody, to Johan to Bolt, like from Jamaica in the U.S. I mean, you have freaking Jet and we had a whole slew of girls running 10.7s and a whole bunch of men running 9.7s and 9.6. I'm about to say you and Tyson on the team, like that'd have been fun to watch. That'd have been fun to watch. I feel sorry for the rest of the world because between U.S. and Jamaica, it's probably over with. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. The rest of the world usually don't have the capacity that Jamaica and the USA has. You know what I mean? When it comes to two people being that, you usually have one woman, one man that's really dominating the country. You don't get a pair. You know what I mean? Jamaica is one of those small countries that they got like 2 or 3. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I think out of those relays, you could make an Avenger-esque 4x1 for America and doggone Jamaica at the same time. You could go, if you're going female, I go Tiana. People ain't gonna like this, but I'm putting it out there anyway. I'm going Tiana Madison to Marion Jones, nigga.
Okay, all right.
To Justin, to Justin, to Noah Lyles, nigga. Hold on. To let me see. Well, I'll put on that third. Like, you gotta be. Man, I might even put Yohan Blake to Noah Lyles. Yohan Blake to Justin Gavin. I'll do that. Cause I gotta go woman, man. I gotta put you back on the straight bit, dog. But I ain't never seen you on no crib, Justin. That's crazy.
I did in 2010, man. Lignano. Remember Lignano?
Yes. But I don't remember you running third, though.
I did. It was my only first opportunity to get back on the relay. And John Drummond said, the only spot we got for you, bro, is third leg. I was like, I'll take it. Listen, I come around,
Who was the rest of the team?
I have no idea because I pulled my hamstring and I know I had to hand the stick off. That's all I knew. All I knew is I pulled my hamstring and I said, bro, if I stop running right now, I'll never be on another relay team ever again.
Walter Dix and Tyson and I'm trying to think of how could you end up on third?
Listen, Jeff Demps was there. It was a whole bunch of people, bro.
Okay.
Mike Rogers, everybody was there, bro.
Man, that's tough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, super fat. And say, I think Great Britain might finish third. I think it's gonna be U.S., Jamaica, and Great Britain. That's my top 3 for 28. I'm calling it now. If I get it right, I need y'all to flash back to this moment.
We are. We're gonna highlight this right now.
I don't think so, man. I think I don't know.
Well, don't say you disagree and then not put a team out there.
I'm trying to think, man. I'm trying to think what other team. But don't be sleeping on China and Japan, bro. Don't be sleeping on the Chinese and the Japanese people, bro.
But I see
don't sleep on them.
But I see what he's saying though. Who gonna beat Dana Asher Smith out the hole and give it to Daryl Nieder, and then you give it to
who's the next two? Exactly.
It's the dude. The next he just ran. The kid just won the 60.
Yeah,
60 champion. No.
Yeah, Azu.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I be forgetting that. What's the name? Is actually from Great Britain, who trained in Jamaica. What's his name?
Exactly.
Zarnell, you.
I don't know if
I
it's
can't.
relevant, but like, look, if in 28, and I'm not, that's no disrespect. I just don't, people might want to do anything. Who knows? But with that for this year, I'll call it this year and 28. USA, Jamaica, Great Britain. That's my top 3.
Man, I'm going with Australia, boy. I don't know what they're doing in Australia, but what's in the water? But they coming.
I like a girl, but 11-2 ain't gonna cut it.
No, she ain't doing that. Listen, we talking about in 2 years more time. Whatever happened in Australia this year, I know. No, they don't. They do.
Yes, they do. World Relays has the mixed 4x1 this year.
They do, bro.
Oh,
they do.
Oh, I ain't even know, man. Dang.
So go ahead with Australia then. You in Australia.
Oh, no. I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about for the future. Now I'm with you.
No, I'm talking about
with you. I'm with you. But I don't think them people going to show up, man, because I heard a lot of people don't want to go to China.
Well, I already went once this year, and there weren't a lot of people there, so you're right. But they might. Actually, they have to. What I said, that's the qualifier for World Championships.
But I thought you could just qualify with a time, and then whoever make the team, you could
two people that can do that. Either you go there and you finish top 14, or you have one of the top 2 fastest times.
Listen, man. Jump off that plane, run to the silk market, run to the track, run back to the plane, get them out there.
Hey, look, with them tariffs in place, you come back with some Louis bags too, man. I've heard that y'all think y'all buying these expensive behind wallets, they getting made right there in China, and y'all thought y'all were getting them from Italy. So guess what? That's why, you know what I mean? I stay in my place, man. Listen, go ahead and get you.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, matter of fact, now that I know you're going to China, I need me one of them fake Louis bags. You know?
What's up, bro? You trying to get me held up by them boys?
Come on, man. Bring me back a Gucci belt.
I need me give me a Louis duffel. I want mine one of them.
Look at the y'all. It be your own friends. That's a big. I pulled up in customs, locked up. They had me on the front page of the news. Y'all be like, I told you I was stop. Don't be messing with the market.
And you know how black people play. They be like, Justin will be like, "Hey, bro, you heard what happened to Wallace?" And I'll say something like this. Bro, I was joking, bro. I didn't mean for him to bring that for real.
Hey, they have a picture of him up in the back room at the airport with 12 Gucci belts.
That wouldn't be the first time. I got him that one time leaving China going to Korea. Hey, yeah, my agent can tell you that story one day. I'm like, yeah, Wallace they opened up Wallace suitcase, boy. He had a whole suitcase full of fake stuff.
Boy, look, they thought you about to sell that shit, boy. They was like, I'm about to stun on them boys.
Going back, I don't own none of this. I'm about to show all the way out.
That boy looked like he was going to an alleyway in New York, boy, to sell.
The boy out there looking like Canal Street.
Exactly. Couldn't tell me nothing either.
Trump could tell you something now.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on, man, once again, man. So you already know you are reoccurring for us, bro. So anytime, you always welcome, bro. You always welcome.
Always. Even if you got to get something off your chest, man. If they ever fire you and come talk about them, nah, I'm just playing.
Hey, we may have a spot with you. We may have a spot for you over on Flow Track with us. I gotta check. I have to check my email.
Hey, while y'all playing now, look, if that actually happens, I need 0.3%.
Oh, hey, look, everybody want their percent now.
Yeah, we spoke it into existence right here. I need 0.0003%.
Hey, Flow Track.
I got Hot Pocket.
Well, Flow Track, if y'all call us, be ready. I mean, we be definitely ready. You know what I mean?
Y'all too get down the female presence, and y'all. Hey, I'm watching. I'm tuning in. I'm tuning in before, after, and during, whenever y'all talking, just because I want to hear what y'all gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about what we talk about on the show, man. You know, RSG and the place to be. Hey, we got clothes too, man. We gonna put them out there soon, but we just want to let you know, man. You gonna have to. We got one of them. You gonna be outfitted.
We're gonna send y'all some clothes too. Then what's up? Y'all gonna rock it if we send y'all something?
I'm gonna rock the USA.
My kid's USA. I gotta rock Bahamas.
Not I can give you a headband, a pin, or something.
Yeah, my wife, she from here.
We're gonna make you a multiverse USA where it's like It's the Bahamas color, but it say USA on it.
Right.
Hey, true story. We was in, where were we? We was in Germany, right? We was in Germany for a meet. It was me. Biggs was there. Dwight was there. It was me, Biggs, Salim Nurdeen, what that girl name? I heard the girl. I don't want to say how y'all know her, but I ain't gonna say her name anyway, because I can't say how y'all gonna know her. But anyway. Anyway, we was there. Man, I remember we was in the lobby, man. These surgeons just ran in like the lobby and it was like, we are looking for the Americans. And me, Salim and Dwight, we have dual citizenship. So we all pulled on our other passports like, yeah, I'm a Bahamian today, but he looking for America. I don't know what he looking for them for. Biggs turned back into Jamaican. My homeboy Salim turned back into Nigerian. He was like, yeah, ain't no Americans here.
I can hear it right now. How can we help you, my friend? We don't know these Americans. Oh, where are they? But if you find them, let us know, because we are staying away from them.
we had our passports showing like, hey, look, these don't even look American, buddy.
Left back here. Come on, we'll help you find them.
He said, hey, the Americans over there, they in the little room getting massages.
Right.
Man, they had guns drawn and everything. I was scared of them all. I was like, boy, whatever they about to do, I'm about to not be in it.
I've been right with you. I ain't seen nothing. I don't know nothing.
Wallace would have been like, hey, y'all got extra on them passports?
But I would have hit my best patois. Boy, you would thought I was really from the island. I swear to you.
With a whole USA shirt on.
I'm like, the Americans? Boy, I ain't no American, boy. Y'all crazy.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, man.
All right, well, I get up with y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm sure we'll wrap when we get down to Tom Jones. We're going to have some nice relays down there, so y'all come check us out.
Yeah, man, we might have you sit on we have a couple shows down there, man. We might have you sit in on a few, man. You know what I mean? Just to chill with us, man.
Let's do it. We on.
With that said, man, it's another. You want to take us out, Rob?
Yeah. Like being said, man, we enjoyed Wallace being with us, man. We hope you guys enjoyed the stories when we put them out, man. You got to go back and watch some of our old episode with Wallace too, man. I've been watching that ticket. That ticket's been going up since Bolt been on. People want to see that first story, and then they look at Bolt's story to see if they match up. So definitely, man, catching up with Wallace was amazing. But until next time, he comes on our show. Join us. Subscribe on Ready, Set, Go!